name is Odjick. I am from Kitigan-Zibi First Nations, and I'm here to talk about my daughter, Maisy.
I'm Mark Root. I'm married to Lori, and I'm Maisy's stepfather.
Maisy was born on November 6, 1991. She was 8 pounds, 1 ounce, and 24 inches long. Maisy was an active baby, always curious, getting into things that she shouldn't get into, and that's what brought life to our family. At the age of 2, I became a single mom, and Maisy's grandparents played a really big role in raising her. She used to run around outside, catching fireflies. She loved doing that. She believed in fairy princesses, and those were her favorite stories. I used to tell her. On September 6, 2008, that's when our lives changed dramatically. That's the day that we reported our daughter and she went missing.
She went to go spend the weekend with her friend Shannon in the town of Milwaukee, because that's where Shannon lived. And she lived there with her father. And her father was going to Ottawa for the weekend, so Maisy was going to go stay with Shannon for the weekend at their place. That was the last time that we seen Maisy. Then Lori's mom started phoning the house. She was starting to get worried that Maisy hadn't called, or to say she was in town, or to say she needed a ride or anything. So we're like, okay, well, they're teenagers, give them a little bit more time. It was on Monday. Everybody started getting worried because Lori's mom went and talked to Shannon's dad, because he was back from the city and they weren't at the apartment. The first press conference was the first Friday, and that's when the police had labeled both Maisy and Shannon as runaways. Right there, that everything was kind of messed up with all the commotion going on, with the finger pointing between police departments and no official searches being done. All that stuff is like, it was very difficult for us. The whole, say the first year was shock and denial. When that started wearing off, there's anger and frustration, and confusion. We had a hard time talking to each other. I had a hard time talking to her, because I still am pretty angry about the whole situation.
Where my strength comes from is, that I have to raise awareness for Maisy and Shannon, but also I have other children to look after. I had strength from Mark. He doesn't realize that, and I don't say it enough, but he's there. We don't know what happened to Maisy. There's the unknown.
Even just talking about her, it's how do we talk about her? Do we talk about her in the present tense or in the past tense? Because we don't know.
It's the guilt, what ifs, and I should have, and to live through that also was really hard. And when you do cry, you feel the guilt of crying, because you shouldn't be crying. You have to have that hope, and we always have the hope that one day we will hear something. So that is why we're also here, is to ask you to help us bring Maisy home. And to do that, you can call Off Arbor Tour. They have a phone number and a website. Or you you can also contact the Missing Children Society of Canada, and they also have a tip website. It's called tips@mscs.ca. Thank you.